proof Silver Eagle dollar coins, and you're getting all of them from 86 to 92, all individually boxed. Look at how great that is.
In 1986, President Ronald Reagan signs the Liberty Coin Act, creating the American Silver Eagle. The most popularly collected silver coin in the world today. When they first came out, they did a mint state coin and they did a proof coin. That was it. It's the only way you could get it for many, many years. The regular coin was made at the Philadelphia Mint, and the proof coin was made at the San Francisco Mint for the first 7 years. These are those coins. Now, proof, understand, is not a condition, but a method of manufacturing. Proof coins are made differently. They're struck multiple times at higher pressures to give you this beautiful mirror finish that you see right here. You see the front of the coin, you see the reverse of the coin, and there is a S or San Francisco Mint mark. Today, and for the last 20 plus years, it's been made at the West Point Mint, and so that the regular proof American Silver Eagle has a W or West Point Mint. But for the first 7 years, it was made at the San Francisco Mint. What you've got here is the opportunity to own the first 7 years of proof American Silver Eagles in the original government packaging. This is the way they did it when they originally did that. They don't do this anymore. With this kind of velour, purple velour with the kind of the pewter seal of the United States mint that's on that. That just pops open. You can see the seal. There's a little tab right here. You just pull that out and the coin comes out. And you have 1986 from the first year of issue all the way on up to 1992 with that. It also comes, and I'm going to put this back, it also comes with the original box that you see right up here. And inside that box is the original certificate of authenticity, just like you have it, just like that. And the whole thing is basically $99.95 a coin, $99.99 a coin, less than $100 a coin for the first 7 years of the American Proof Silver Eagle. So if I were to sell you, let's say I have the brand new American Silver Eagle, the 2018. If I would bring that out here and sell it, our retail HSN price would be $99.95.
Yeah.
So it's like going back in a numismatic time capsule, if you will, going back over 30 years and getting the first 7 for, in essence, the same exact price as I would charge you for the 2018 or 17 or 16. Now you start getting back to 15, 14, it's gonna be more than that. So to be able to get these at only $99.99 a coin, in essence, you know, less than $100 a coin. And to have the first 7 years of the American Silver Eagle. Now remember, this is not, do not confuse this with a mint state coin. They made far more of the mint state coins. The proof coin is the special presentation coin. It's marked by the, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out, I'm gonna reverse this one so that you can see the S or San Francisco Mint that's in there. So I'm gonna put that one up so that we can see where the mint mark is. If you go right there, it's an S. Now for the last quarter of a century, in essence, let's get that right. There you go. For the last quarter of a century or so, that has been a W or West Point Mint mark. Look at that beautiful finish, because that is the hallmark of a proof coin. They're struck multiple times at higher pressures to, you know, kind of give you that presentation look. And that's why they're more, you know, like the government, well, it's an ounce of silver. People are going, you know, like oftentimes with some of the mint state coins, it's like, well, you know, it's an ounce of silver and it sells for a small premium to that. Not so with the proof coins. The government charges 300, 400, 500% more than the silver value of the coin with this. These are presentation coins made expressly and exclusively for collectors, is what each and every one of these are. As you can see, that original design that's been on the American Silver Eagle since 1986 was originally reprised on the American Walking Liberty half dollar I was talking about. That was originally made in 1916 and went from 1916 to 1947. It was considered to be by many people the most beautiful silver coin that the United States government has ever made. And so because of that, they once again reprised that design on the American Silver Eagle. When President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law, we used the obverse from the old Walking Liberty half dollar. The reverse was designed by John Mercanti, the chief engraver of the United States Mint, who designed many, many, many coins and medals and medallions for the United States government. Keep in mind, every one of these is with the original government packaging. These were last made in 1986, 1987, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. In 92 was the last year that they made a regular issue American Silver Eagle at the San Francisco Mint until 2018. As a matter of fact, they made one this year, a regular issue San Francisco minted coin, made at the San Francisco Mint again in 2018 for the very first time. Now they made it at West Point and at San Francisco. That coin, by the way, just sold out from the United States government and in a certified condition. Good luck finding that coin for less than, I don't know, $150, $200, something like that for the 2018. These are the original 7, if you will, right here.
And I'll tell you, if you were, we've got about 19 of them remaining.
Oh, is that? Oh, goodness.
That's it.
Goodness.
That's all we have of these sets. Remember, you're getting all 7 of them.
Right, for less than $100 a coin. Now, to point out, 86 is the one that everybody kind of chases.
Okay.
The hardest coin is the 88.
Why?
Well, 86 was a brand new coin.
Yeah.
The government they make them to order. Yeah. People ordered a lot of the 86, so it's first year, it's still valuable. Okay. 87, kind of interest waned a little bit, and then in 88, people are like, okay, third year, whatever, you know. Yeah. And so this is kind of the rarest one of this whole bunch. Wow. The 88, the most difficult coin, and that is the limiting factor. That's why we only have 12.5 of these sets that remain.
Okay, so we will have to move on.